Hello everybody and welcome back to York Sports Network. We are here live at the York Dukes baseball field for an extremely important conference. Tucker King of LT, someone who kind of just broke onto the scene this year, but again, a guy who has a fastball of over 90 miles an hour has quickly become a star for the Lions. So expect to see fantastic pitching all day. You see the Dukes have taken the field. We got Jack Rosmus at catcher, Chris Danko in center field, Josh Fleming at shortstop, Ryan Turner in right, Jack Braun's playing first, Matthew Barton playing left, sophomore Ryan Lazowski playing third base, and Eli Maurer as the designated hitter, and Brian Filosa as the second baseman. Leading things off for LT is Freddie Ragsdale, who's committed to play baseball at Kent State next year. He really gives this LT lineup some pop as the leadoff hitter.
Pitch.
Van Daff deals. First pitch is a ball. Troy Stuckenberg up to the plate now. 2-0. That one's hit high in the gap between left and center. Duke's trying to make a play on it, and it's an easy pop fly. So 2 gone. That one was caught by Matt Barton.
And this is just what Tommy does so well. He's able to attack the strike zone early. He gets weak contact with the hitters, and it leads to quick outs.
Third baseman Jack Falls hitting for LT. And he crushes that. Another off-speed pitch, but it's outside. 2-1. Popped up and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see what Van Daff is going to go to as he tries to get his punch-out pitch. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Van Daff trying to paint the corners early.
Tried going slider there, just missed it a little bit outside, but that had good break on it.
Payoff pitch, and it's a crushed foul ball down the left field line. Falls thought he had a very easy base hit, but we'll do it all over again. The 9th pitch at the at-bat coming up. A great job by Falls to stay alive in this at-bat, just drain the pitch count a little bit on Van Daff. Another pop fly. Shortstop running in. Can they make a play on it? Then out of play. Shortstop and the third baseman of the Dukes both trying to see if they can get it, but hooking pop fly from Falls. Falls out of play. The 10th pitch of the at-bat. Grounds this one, but it's foul. Lefty on lefty here. Sam Vineyard, the first baseman for this LT team. One ball, 1 strike. He delivers. Another strike called. 1-2. Van Daff has another chance to try and put out one of the best batters in LT's order.
1-2.
Just getting a piece of that one was Vineyard. Foul tip up against the back net. LT doing a great job of just making contact and trying to stay alive on these at-bats. Here's the pitch, another breaking ball that was high. 2-2. Van Daff trying to dance outside the zone a little bit. As he saw that first Falls and now Vineyard have been able to make contact on some of these.
Love Tommy coming back with that inside fastball. It's going to start in and then run into the middle of the plate for these left-handed hitters. Really good at deceiving them up at the plate.
Here's the pitch, up the middle. Play on it for the second baseman, and he got it. That's Filosa scooping up the ground ball. And after an inning that lasted a little bit longer than the Dukes might have liked, they hold Falls at first and escape. First four LT batters only giving up one walk. Dukes up to bat. Bottom of the first coming up. You're listening to York Sports Network. Rosmus grounds one to the third baseman, and he makes the play, one away.
Batting next for the Dukes, the center fielder, number 19.
I know it resulted in an out, Gavin, but I really like this early aggressive approach from Rosmus, and I think that's what makes him a pretty good leadoff hitter. He attacks the strikes early in the count, especially when you know it's likely going to be a fastball.
First pitch on Danko's a strike. But yeah, Connor, I definitely agree, especially for a young pitcher like King. As he throws a first ball this at-bat on Chris Danko. You definitely want. And Danko goes down swinging. It's a drop third strike, but LT makes the play. Gunned out by Pat Engels, the catcher.
Batting next for the Dukes, the shortstop, number 12, Josh Fleming.
Josh Fleming has been the best hitter for York this year, and he steps up to the plate right now. Hitting .417, has a slugging percentage of .916. Tremendous year for him. Sophomore versus sophomore. First pitch is a ball.
It's really close.
Fleming chops one to Jack Falls. Long throw for Falls, and it's an error. Fleming on his way to second. That one flew over the head of the first baseman. Josh Fleming reaches second base. And an error there for Falls to keep this inning alive.
Number 20, Ryan Turner.
Not sure what they're going to rule that as. Just an E5 as of right now.
Definitely an error. I mean, he had Fleming, and he just airmailed the throw to first.
So the Duke's first base runner comes on it off an error. And now Ryan Turner has a chance maybe get Fleming home. First runner in scoring position for either team. Here's the pitch. Wow, really carved up Turner on that one. Just a very tremendous pitch. It started inside and broke its way back into the strike zone. Here comes the 2-2. Same pitch. Turner was ready for it that time. Fouls it into the back net.
King's curveball slider mix really makes him an effective pitcher when trying to collect strikeouts. Already has one off of the Chris Danko strikeout today.
Good eye by Turner. It's a full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Turner makes contact but pops that one right up. Second baseman calling it off. He makes the catch. And that's where we stand. 0-0 after one. Top of the second coming up.
Leading off the top of the second for Lyons, Township.
1-1. Inside, strike two. That one could have been either way, but the ref said, excuse me, the ump said, getting my sports mixed up right here. That one caught the zone. Grounder to Filosa. Tough play, and he gets it. That ball had some weird bounces on it, but no problem for Filosa. The concentration throughout.
The catcher
And the first out of the second inning.
Pat Engels.
Pat Engel coming up. One person you will not see in this LT lineup is Brady Chambers, a junior who's committed to Michigan State next year. He's a pitcher and a first baseman, but I guess LT decided to give him the day off for now.
I believe he's primarily...
Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Van Daff. He puts away Engels. 2 away.
I'm really liking the approach Tommy's been taking in this second inning. He's found it better command of his breaking balls. He's mixing up his sequence for different batters, and it's doing him wonders.
First pitch to Luke Nicholas. It's a strike.
It's another first pitch strike off of a curveball.
Van Daff deals, and a check swing. They're going to say he went. Would have been a strike regardless, and a quick 0-2. Van Daff really has a lot of command on the mound right now. Looking for a 3-strike at bat. High and inside on that one. Nicholas stays alive, fouls that one off the net. Tommy Van Daff, he had 2 in the inning. The Dukes hold LT scoreless. Go to the bottom of the second, 0-0. Jack Braun leading things off in the bottom of the second. Tucker King back out there for LT. First pitch, high and away, ball one. Braun, another two-year starter on this team. Was a bit of a utility man his first year, but now has found a home at first base despite not being the biggest guy on the team. Still plays the position tremendously well. Outside, 2-1. On the ground, another play for the infield. The scoop throw is made. Caught, I should say. Play is made, and the out is made.
Left fielder,
one away.
Matt Barton.
Both teams still looking for their first hit. We'll see if Matt Barton can be that guy for York. Hitting in the 6th spot. Another lefty hitter for the Dukes. First one.
I'm expecting a curveball. That's really been his out pitch.
Speaking of out, that one was outside the zone by quite a bit.
Went slider there, so we were thinking the same thing. Breaking ball just off a little bit.
Engel fortunate to make the play to snag that one. Tried to frame him on that pitch as well. Couldn't convince the ump, and it's a full count. And he walks him. Great at bat by Matt Barton. I don't even think he took one swing.
Fouled
Besides
the
King got him to whiff on that first one. Wasn't gonna let a second out of the zone pitch get by him. 1-1.
biggest advantage King has on Lozowski is this is the fastest pitcher he's seen so far in his short time with Varsity.
Able to slice that one foul. 1-2. The Dukes have done a pretty good job at making contact. Not a very high whiff percentage, but haven't been able to really put the ball into play. We'll see if that'll change. And he rings up Lozowski. Slider. That one was over the heart of the plate, but Maurer pops it up. Second baseman making the play, and he caught it. Inning ends just like it did in inning one. Troy Stuckenberg with the pop fly. Dukes leave one on man on first, and it's still 0-0. Top of the third upcoming. You're listening to York Sports Network.
Leading off the top of the third for Lyons Township, the left fielder, number
2-0. Van Daff gets that one in the strike zone. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Carving up Jackson. Suddenly it's 2-2. Two great pitches from Van Daff to get himself back in this at-bat. That one hit sharply into center field. Danko has a play on it, and he makes the catch. One away.
batting next for the Lions.
And Daff going 3 straight. Ball. Mango was flying down the line.
Ball one. Mango. Will it get down? Yes, it will. First hit of the game goes to Michael Mango. He gets aboard with a quick little single. It just flies over the shortstop's head. Pickoff, unsuccessful. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air, but no one really in the area for it. Lands foul.
Ragsdale just hit it in no man's land there. Van Daff, an extremely good pickoff move, but I just don't think Mango is far enough off the base where you have any chance of getting it. He has yet to dive back head first once.
Ragsdale fires one to the left field, charging in, and he can't make the play. A bloop single. Fortunately, Mango holds at second. It was a tough play for the left fielder. Matt Barton
Next for the Lions,
slid into the ground, but ball bouncing off his glove, and back-to-back hits for the Lions.
Thankfully for Barton, Fleming was right there coming in from shortstop. I mean, that's a really tough ball to catch. And he dove out for it knowing that Josh was right behind him, so he could dive with it.
And he hits him. No, it hit his bat. Hit his bat. Located that immediately, so that, I believe, is going to be a strike. As a foul ball, it hit the butt of his bat. Stuckenberg arguing with it with the ump right now. I mean, this is a huge call, but because if they send Stuckenberg to first, it's going to be bases loaded with only one out versus a 1-2 count with only one out, two guys on.
I mean, Gavin, you could hear like the little ding off his bat. It's like the sound that it makes when the bat hits the metal, but LT's manager's going to want another look at extended conversation with the umpire, but I'm not really sure.
Not sure what you can argue at this point. I mean, there's no replay review at this level, so.
Even if there was replay review, I don't even think that's like a reviewable play.
St. Xavier College next year. Continue his baseball career. He grounds one, gets caught up in the grass a little bit. Jack Braun scoops and steps on the bag, advancing the runners. So still some damage done, but now two outs.
Next for the Lions,
that eliminates the sacrifice fly, which is always a good thing if you're a pitcher or someone on the defensive side of things. Jack Falls stepping up to the plate. Was walked his first time up. A chance to knock in some batters. Whiffs on the first pitch. Great little curveball by Van Daff, 0-1. Great stop by Rosmus. That ball was behind Jack Falls. Thought it hit him at first. Rosmus sliding to avoid the wild pitch, saving a run as well. Tremendous play by the catcher. Van Daff losing a little bit of that touch that we saw so much of in the second inning, especially on his fastball. Big pitch now, 3-1. Slider right over the plate. Full count, 3-2 with two outs. Men on second and third. Van Daff versus Falls. Here's the pitch. Grounder. That is foul. Wow, that was close. That one just skipped foul before it hopped over the third base.
Just a
we'll do it all over again.
matter of a couple feet maybe. Just bounced just short of the bag.
And he falls for a second time. Bases loaded now with 2 outs.
Batting next for the Lyons.
Guess Van Daff thought that he started that slider outside the zone, thought it would come back in to paint the corner and ring up Jack Falls. It just never did. Never came back over the plate. Falls didn't even have to think about that one. Two and 0. Van Daff getting in a little bit of a hole again. LT really making him work this inning. He deals. Swing and a miss. There's the pitch he was looking for. High fastball, and Vineyard chasing. Strike 2. You see the experience of Van Daff showing in this at-bat. Staying composed and doing what he does best to get himself back into these at-bats. Here's the 2-2. Pop fly. Braun chasing it along the first base line, but it's going to fall out of play. Over the net and into the LT parent section.
Tommy doing a great job.
Sam Vineyard.
Number 15, James George.
And I mean, that's just a really, really unfortunate break. He blasted that one, and it was just right at Jack Braun, just bouncing off his glove. He just had no time to make a play on that one.
And that's really unfortunate because it was hit. Just bounced right in front of him. If it had a little bit more elevation to it, I'm sure Braun would have been able to make the catch.
And another ball hit up the middle. They're trying to send Falls home, and he will score. Sliding into the plate. The throw to the plate was a little bit too high. Suddenly it's 3-0 LT off back-to-back hits from Sam Vineyard and James Georgeless. Didn't even have time to introduce him.
Number 23.
LT doing damage in the third.
Yeah, and on that last pitch, Tommy just left it up and in the heart of the plate, and he knew it as soon as it was hit.
Now Pat Engels, swing and a miss on the first one. Here comes Stuckenberg, and he scores. No, excuse me, that was Sam Vineyard scoring all the way. Now an error as Georgeless tried for third, and he gets there. That's 3 straight singles and 4 straight runs for LT.
Well, I mean, that ball wasn't hit extremely hard. Tommy had a good pitch. He went fastball outside, and Engels just sticks his hands out and finds the gap in left center field, and as it just falls down in front of Chris Danko. And then Tommy would have been able to get out of the inning as he had Georgeless at third, but his throw was just a little bit wide, and it brought Lazowski off the bag, and this inning continues.
Steele coming, trying to make a play. That was a good throw by Rasmus, but just a little bit late. That one outside, 1-2.
Nice pitch by Tommy. Fastball just a little bit high. I think direction-wise it would have been a strike, but it's just a little bit up in the zone for the umpire, I suppose.
Ball 2. Connor, I want to get your thoughts on this. This seems like a game that most old head baseball fans would appreciate, as LT is doing a lot of the damage by having good eyes and just hitting singles, really, and good base running as well. As he hits Luke and Nicholas, the inning continues. Now bases loaded for the second time.
Coach Kalal has a decision to make. I see Ryan Sloan walking in the dugout, likely getting ready to warm up as you want to keep this game somewhat close as the bases are now loaded. And back to what you were saying, Gavin. Yeah, you can really appreciate, like the old head baseball fans, as you said, really appreciate this. This is good, just situational hitting by LT, knowing you have to put the ball in play.
Welcome back to York Sports Network. Beautiful day here, and those were both balls.
Showed bunt the first time. That pitch was high. Then King went inside trying to jam him and force weak contact right to the catcher. If he tried bunting again.
Quick 3-0. Three and one. Obviously for Filosa, not going to take a cut at that one. Looks at that one as well. It was out of the zone, and Filosa
Betting next for the Dukes, the catcher,
on board after 5 pitches.
Good for the Dukes getting their leadoff man aboard. And if you're Tucker King, that was an out you really wanted to have. That was their 9-hitter. I'm sure you would like to have that at bat back. He seemed like he was trying to pitch around to Filosa.
Jack Rosmes, a hard hit ball to the shortstop, and he can't make the play. Just like that, 2 men on. The Dukes realizing that they are down. The hitter's finally making some plays.
Betting next for the Dukes.
It's a costly error for the shortstop right there. He tried backhanding it, but he turned his head out of the way, so he just kind of pulled his glove up his.
Go struck out his first time up.
Yeah, I have one. I can go run it to you quickly. Okay. The room's unlocked. I just want you to know that. Well, the door can close, but like it's not locked. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I really should close. All right. I'll talk to you. Wait, where do you want to leave?
1 and 1. That's now strike 2. Danko only a junior, but he's been playing since he was a sophomore. 2 and 2. Here's the pitch. Got off the end of that one. First pitch is high.
Can you please just come and get this for me? Okay, thank you. I have it out.
Ball 2. Second one inside. Tucker King kind of losing his rhythm a little bit. A walk, then an error, and then another walk. Suddenly he's in a 2-0 hole here. As he's facing Josh Fleming, and that's just not the guy you want to see coming up to the plate. Fouls one off, 2 and 1. Fleming on the ground, gets past the shortstop. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Ruggieri. He's in easily as well. Just like that, the Dukes striking back quickly. Still no outs in the game, and it's a 2-run single by Josh Fleming, just adding to his RBI count. The tremendous season continues for Fleming.
That's just a good piece of hitting right there. Knows he's got to put the ball in play in this situation, and he just keeps his hands.
We'll say, though, the one thing you don't want to do here is ground into a double play. You want to try and keep as much pressure as you can on King.
Yeah, definitely, Gavin. The other thing you don't want to do is I don't think you want to strike out. I know you have 0 outs, but you're going to want to try and keep that for as long as you can. And if an out is made, you're definitely going to want to put the ball in play.
Fouls this one away. It's 1-2.
Turner's doing a great job fouling off the pitches he doesn't like. It's one of the things he does extremely well.
Gets him to whiff there. There's the first out that you were talking about, Connor. So Turner goes down swinging, and up comes Jack Braun.
For the Dukes, the first baseman, number 7.
We'll
Jack
see the first of the
Braun.
2 lefty batters in the middle of the order. And I'd say that's a pretty good thing at this point in the inning, given that there are 2 guys on, and the fact that Tucker King's a righty.
Like you said, Danko's showing off that speed, able to score. And it's a 1-run ball game now.
Here's a bunt from Barton, and that's going to stay fair. And an infield single. How about that? All smiles from number 4. Suddenly the bases are loaded with 1 out. And now it's Tucker King who's really feeling the heat as the Dukes are hitting with some confidence right now.
Beautiful bunt by Barton. He pushed it down the line, and it just stayed at the line right there. The third baseman didn't really know if he should charge it and pick it up.
Yeah, just no spin on that one. That's exactly what the coaches teach these high schoolers. Now Ryan Lazowski, big moment for him. Big cut. It's 1-1.
Infield is in, so.
Watches that one go by. Breaking ball kind of froze him a little bit, and it's 1-2.
Likely to go home. I didn't really see it. The coach is out of the dugout asking for an explanation. I did not see what the balk was. King likely maybe started to get set, then put his foot back down, and you can't do that.
High and inside, and it's another full count. Coach Kalal has to be very pleased with this performance in this inning so far. See him on the third baseline. Here's the payoff pitch and another walk. Second one of the inning for Tucker King. Really kind of losing his cool on the mound.
The designated hitter, number 5, Eli Maurer.
The bases are loaded again, and a chance for the Dukes to take the lead as Eli Maurer steps up to the plate. That was the first one that came right at us.
Some action in the LT bullpen. Can't quite get a good look at the numbers. That looks like it's going to be number 28. That will be.
Hits Maurer. The pitch hits Maurer, and the Dukes take the lead.
Get it over, though. I'm not sure you could go either route. You have Tristan Clark warming up in the bullpen. The question is he ready to go? The answer is likely no, so King will have to face at least one more batter. Ryan Sloan also in the bullpen for York. And Brian Filosa led this inning off, I believe.
Yeah, both teams batting through the order in this inning. Still only 1 out as well. Ball 1.
That pitch was close, and if you're Tucker King, you're probably not very happy about that.
On the ground. Nice play by the shortstop, and he gets one. Play at the plate.
Batting next for the Dukes, the catcher, number 2, Jack Rosmus.
Now Rosmus back up for the 3rd time today and the 2nd time this inning.
With King getting that out, you might.
But nonetheless, what a fantastic inning from the Dukes. coming all the way back and matching LT's 4 runs with 5 runs of their own. They lead this one by 1. We go to the top of the 4th. Welcome back. This very important conference matchup. York Dukes baseball action. Tommy Van Daff back to work. Top of the 4th. Ump stopping this game. Heard some comments from the LT bench, their dugout.
That's never good, especially when coming from a player. LT coach, first base coach and third base coach coming over. Now the parents are right behind the dugout, so I wonder maybe it came from over there, but he seems to be heading towards the end where parents are not by, and coach is sticking up for his players. Someone's coming out of the dugout. It's number 34, Henry Whitmer, a reliever. This umpire's really getting into it with the LT head coach. That's someone different. That's number 30, Jake Shoemaker. He's walking away. But he has his glove, so I'm not sure if he's been tossed or if he's just going to throw. Yeah, 30's out of the game.
He said something. So, given by the way that the LT coach responded, he must have been a reliever that was planning on coming into the game at some point today.
Yeah, Jake Shoemaker, he's been ejected, and
things suddenly going from bad to worse for LT.
It's just like the one thing you just cannot be saying things to the umpire loud enough for when you can hear him, because that's surely not going to make him very happy.
Michael Mango is the player who really got this whole thing started for LT back in the 3rd inning. Singled and then scored a run. Hits this one on the ground. Routine play for Filosa, nice and easy. Braun with the snag. One gone. Back to the action, however. First pitch is a strike as Freddie Ragsdale is up for the 3rd time today. Finish my thought. That one high. 2-1. Lefty on lefty matchup. Van Daff had that one over the plate a little bit, but Ragsdale can't come up with it. And skies it out of play. 2-2. Too high again. That's where Van Daff's miss has been. Just releasing the ball a little bit too early. Now a full count. And high again. Ball 4, Ragsdale. Able to get aboard with 1 out.
Betting next for the Lions.
Oh, here comes Coach Kalal.
Stay a little bit earlier than he might have liked.
And these kids, they're still on a pitch count. My guess is Van Daff likely hit the pitch count, and with that walk, and that will end his day early. And there's a pitching change, so we'll return shortly after that. Ryan Sloan on the mound.
For York is Ryan Sloan. And if you're LT, I mean, that's about as bad as you can get, going from Tommy Van Daff to now facing Ryan Sloan out of the bullpen.
Speed change is just way different. I mean, Van Daff tops out in the mid-80s, and they're just two completely different pitchers. Sloan can top out upwards to 97 miles an hour with the fastball. He's a power pitcher.
And another steal there from Michael Mango. Excuse me, that's Ragsdale. Got the numbers.
In his catcher's gear. It's going to be ball 3 now. Sloan committed to play at Wake Forest, but he's only a junior, but he is the #1 ranked player for the class of 2024.
Walking Stukenberg, however.
The third baseman, number 27.
Maybe not fully warmed up or something out on the mound, but no need to give LT any more momentum than they need.
Coming in relief is just not something Sloan.
Ball 2.
Wow, that looked to be good enough for me. It looked like it caught enough of the plate.
Just a pure fastball, trying to catch a corner. And a good frame job by Rasmus. No convincing the ump there. Same thing right there. That one might have been a little bit low, but definitely a 50-50 call there, and it's 3-1 all of a sudden.
Umpire has had a relatively tight strike zone majority of the day, but those last 2 pitches from Sloan, especially the one 2 pitches ago, looked pretty good to me.
On the ground, and that one just goes, oh, nope, they're going to call it foul.
Hit it off his foot.
Plate. LT ties this one up once again. It's 5-5. Off another 1-run single from Jack Falls.
Batting next for the Lyons.
He's had a very, very good day.
37.
Getting on base 3 times and also scoring a run back in the 3rd inning. Vineyard nailing the pole back behind the plate.
It's going to leave a dent.
Strike called. Swing and a miss. Yeah, they're going to call it. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure if that hit the bat or the ground. They're calling him out, but they're going to say, since it was a wild pitch, the runners are allowed to advance.
Batting next for the Lions, the right.
So the out counts, but the runners can still advance. Drop third strike, but they didn't. Rosmus didn't throw to first base.
You don't have to throw if first base is occupied, so I think they're ruling it as a drop third strike. But the pitch did get away, so the runners are allowed to advance. However, Vineyard would still be out.
There we go. There's the breakdown. Now Sloan facing George Los.
Sloan settling
at bat. But then Brady Chambers, Xavier Vargas, and Connor Mulcroney also playing baseball. As there's a strike three, he just absolutely froze George Los, and that'll end the inning. Go to the bottom of the fourth, tie game 5-5.
Danko.
Chris Danko stepping in. Tucker King still on the mound for his fourth inning of work.
Definitely a bit of a gamble here by LT, but trusting in the sophomore Tucker King and hoping that he can bounce back from the frustrating fourth inning, or third inning, I should say. And strike three called on Danko. That's how you impress the coaches right there. Talking about a bounce back. That's about as good as you can get right there. One away.
I really love the sequence there. Gavin, he goes 2 heaters and then backdoor slider. Gets another slider call there. That one looked off the plate just based off of what this umpire called earlier.
Chopper to the third baseman. Long throw, but it's in time. Accurate play by Jack Falls, and quickly there's 2 outs.
Batting next for the Dukes.
Everything going right for Tucker King. You mentioned that his pitch count really kind of skyrocketed. Very, very quickly we go to the top of the 5th. Sloan heading back out there. And we'll take a quick break. You're watching York Sports Network. What did I say? Fouls off the second pitch. It's 1-1. Ryan Sloan back out there, but giving up another hit. LT seemingly not afraid of Ryan Sloan. Notching 2 hits off him in just over an inning right now.
Lyons, the designated hitter, number 16, Luke Nicholas.
Engel's going to get pinch ran for. Going to first base, number 11, John Moses.
Pick off. No real threat to Moses. It's been a very tightly contested battle here between York and LT. Both teams trading blows. Here comes the bunt. He lays it down. Sloan trying to make the play, and he can. The thick grass of the infield really slows the ball down. We've seen some tough plays being made in the infield.
The Lions,
Nicholas
fielder,
grounds out. That one way outside. 1-1. Another ball hit hard. Filosa can't make the play, and another error. Compounding errors, and that's going to lead to a run for LT. Coach Colell not thrilled about that one, but it was a very hard ground ball. Filosa was looking into the sun, but couldn't make the play and then rushed the throw to Braun. It got by him.
Number 2, Michael Mango.
And the base runner was able to score. That was Pat Engels crossing home plate and giving LT the lead, 6-5. So now Michael Mango up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Sloan was trying to get Mango to chase a little bit. Unsuccessful. And he rings him up. Got him off the smooth slider for the second out of the inning.
Batting next for the Lions, the center fielder, number 3.
Great pitch by
Freddie
Sloan. He
Ragsdale.
didn't get the outside fastball call he was looking for, and he goes to an inside slider and gets strike 3 called. Picks up another K and the second out of the inning.
Freddie Ragsdale back up. Going back to that last pitch. Unless he can make a play on it, which he can. Nice little bout of fielding there for York.
Job by Lazowski tracking that down, getting under it. Excellent play.
Third baseman, Ryan Lazowski, ending the inning for LT, but not before. They did some more damage, retaking the lead, 6-5. Dukes once again have to play from behind as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Dukes, the first baseman, number 7, Jack Braun.
Welcome back to York Sports Network. Jack Braun leading things off. We're going to see Braun, Matt Barton, and then Lazowski. Those are the 3 leading off the inning. Braun, first pitch, rips one, but it's going to hook foul. I mean, that one came off hot off the bat.
Just caught just in front of that pitch. It was just a tad bit early, which resulted in a foul ball, but Bronny crushed that down the line. Unfortunate it was foul.
Suddenly 0-2. That's the hole that Jack Braun is looking at. Same pitch, but Tucker King couldn't get the call on it. That one just a little bit outside. Good eye by Braun. Here comes the 1-2. Same pitch again. This one even more outside. Slider.
One thing Braun does really well is he gets a good feel for the strike zone, and he's really able to tell, even on the close ones.
There was a close one that Braun just got fooled on. A lot of horizontal movement on that slider.
For the Dukes, the left fielder,
That one was just
number 4, Matt Barton.
inside.
Gets him to swing and gets him to miss on another high pitch. Barton able to get under that one a little bit, but it falls into the York dugout. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Barton goes down swinging. Second straight strikeout of the inning for Tucker King.
That time King went to the slider, as you see there, and Barton just was under it. Had his timing down, but just couldn't make contact.
First pitch is a strike. That strike zone seems very, very large for Tucker King right now. Lazowski, check swing, and he's down 0-2.
Held his swing there. That was an outside strike that got called on him.
Oh, looking for the perfect. King strikes out the side after already pitching 4 innings. Terrific performance and terrific endurance by the sophomore. Go to the 6th.
For Lyons Township, the second baseman, number 35, Troy Stuckenberg.
Our right side of the field as they've been staring into the setting sun. It's kind of an adjustment that has to be made as the weather gets nicer. The days get a little longer here in Elmhurst. Sloan back on the mound. 1-1. Gets a piece of that one. 1-2. Stuckenberg is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Ryan Sloan gets him on the slider.
Yeah, Ryan really settling in nicely after his first couple of innings. He's looked better each inning in terms of stuff and command.
Definitely. The break really starting to show through. A lot of confidence on that slider that just breaks in to out. No chance for Stuckenberg on that one. Quick pitch on Jack Falls is a ball. 2 straight fastballs are at about ankle height. It's 2-0. Strike one, just a fastball. That's kind of old reliable for Sloan. He knows that he has the velocity advantage over most pitchers, so can be a little less careful with the pitch placement, knowing that he can just blow by a 95-mile-an-hour fastball by guys.
Say he doesn't have to be as careful, but one of the things that makes him so great is he can put the ball, when he's on, he can put it anywhere he wants in the strike zone.
It seems like York has been able to match LT in pretty much everything. When LT's bats got hot, York responded, and now when LT's pitching has kind of gotten hot, York's pitching has gotten hot as well. There's a grounder, tough play, long throw, and Lazowski can't make the play. Again, I'm going to bring up that grass again. The ball just two-hopped and then just stopped pretty much, and it made it really tough play for Ryan Lazowski, having to charge in a lot farther than he normally would have had to.
Kind of threw that on one leg almost, just trying to hurry the throw over to Jack Brown at first base. Not that it really mattered because Vineyard was almost there.
So, an infield single for Sam Vineyard. Second hit, second single of the day. He is 2 for 4. Rosmus talking things over with Sloan for a little bit. Pop fly, and it's out of play. The inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. No damage has been done since the 5th inning. No damage has been done for York since the 3rd inning. Gotta look to get the bats hot as we approach the end of this game. LT 6, York 5. Top of the 6th inning here. Quick pitch by who else? Tucker King. By Falls to get the out. Nice little bit of fielding there for number 27, Jack Falls.
Next for the Dukes,
Tristan Clark has been in Lyons bullpen for the last couple innings now, whether it was throwing or just stretching out. So I'm not sure if that means he's going to come into the game or just hang out.
First, second pitch is a strike. Outside.
Risky take there by Filosa. That pitch has been called for the majority of the game.
Filosa sends one sharply to the shortstop, but again, another easy play. LT's fielding has been very, very good, limiting their errors to just one. Top of the order coming up for the Dukes. Jack Rasmus facing King for the 4th time today. Got aboard off an error in the 3rd inning, but nothing else since then. Hits that one good into center field, but right to the center fielder. I believe that is Ragsdale to end the inning. Top of the 7th, and it's the catcher, Pat Engels, leading things off. Ryan Sloan still out there in the closing spot. So, looks to be a 2-pitcher day for Coach Kalal. Guessing he had that strategy going into today. And making very, very, very quick work of Pat Engels as he goes down swinging in 3 pitches. We've seen this from both Sloan and from King, is that they just like to work really, really fast, not waiting very long while they're up on the mound, almost giving you quick pitches even when there's no one on base. The 0-1 to George Los, or excuse me, that's Nicholas, and he shoots one into the gap. This is going to be an extra base hit for him. Sliding into second. Apologies. That is Luke Nicholas, the designated hitter, getting actually the first extra base hit of this game. Believe it or not.
For the Lyons, the left fielder, number 13, Ryan Jackson.
So already a man in scoring position as LT looks to pad the lead a little bit. Ryan Jackson. Gets a hit. Grounder to Filosa. Filosa's seen a lot of action today, and he's able to make it. The play over to Braun smoothly. Ground out from Ryan Jackson to the second baseman. Now there's 2 outs. Man on third. It's Michael Mango stepping up to the plate. Big at bat here for Mango. You got to imagine Ryan Sloan would love to get this guy out. as a hit likely means a run. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Two and one. Sloan thought he had that one.
Both sides there are multiple instances where the pitchers thought they should have gotten a call and didn't.
Here comes the 2-1. That one low and outside. Rossos having to slide a little bit to keep that one from becoming a wild pitch.
This is a big pitcher. You don't want to walk him. Mango's a 9-hitter. You're really just trying to get an out. You already have 2. So I say attack the zone with your fastball and just say, hey, let's see what you can do.
But he walks him instead. Granted, a walk is not the worst thing in this situation, but it's kind of tough as that was the bottom of the order. Now you're going to have to face Freddie Ragsdale again, who already has a hit and a walk. The walk coming against Sloan.
Yeah, Ragsdale able to work the count and do his best to put the ball in play, and Nicholas on third was ready to go home if there was a throw down from Rasmus.
One and one. Ragsdale, big swing, but did not hit the center of the bat at all, and it slices out of play. Foul ball. 1-2. Crowd cheering on Sloan right now. They know this is a big moment in this game.
Yeah, 1-run game. You're ahead in the count 1-2. You need to get out of this inning with no damage, especially considering the only inning the York offense has scored has been the 3rd inning.
Ragsdale shoots that one out of play.
Ragsdale really giving him Sloan trouble, though. He's such a tough out in this lineup.
All day we've seen some hard hit balls by Freddie Ragsdale. He deals. And inside, ball 2. Ump not making things easy for Ryan Sloan. Pitch off the end of the bat from Ragsdale. Is it going to drop fair? Yes, it will. Just getting fair, and he slices one into left field. That scores 2. And a back-breaking hit for LT. Freddie Ragsdale delivering when it matters most.
Batting next for the Lyons.
Just slicing one down the third base line. I was convinced it was going to be foul. And I wonder if Matt Barton did as well. Just no way for him to get there in time. And just drops right on the line. But no doubt about it, that was fair. And LT extending their lead to 3 here in the 7th.
See Sloan not very happy after that, thinking back to that call where he thought he should have had strike 3.
Now facing Troy Stuckenberg. He pops that one up. Jack Braun looking into the sun, but still able to make the play. So the inning's over, but not before LT was able to score 2 off a 2-run double by Freddie Ragsdale. Big time play. It's going to make it harder for the Dukes as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for York. They're down 3.
Chris Danko.
Already the order up for the Dukes in their last opportunity. They're going to need to score 3 runs here.
Fortunately, it's the heart of the lineup right now. Chris Danko, Josh Fleming, and Ryan Turner all guaranteed to see an at-bat. Here's the pitch. First one inside. A little bit of a sidearm pitch.
Tristan Clark is the new pitcher, looking to close this game as Tucker King finally exits 3 innings after we expected him to.
Again, a bit of a weird windup there. Got to be a little bit confusing to Chris Danko. It's 1-1. Gets Chris Danko to swing and miss. 1-2. A beautiful little change up there, just dropping right below the bat. 1-2 was outside. How about a single instead? Chris Danko getting things going. Not the best pitch by Tristan Clark, just left that one out over the plate. Chris Danko able to eat it up.
Number 12.
Good piece of hitting right there by Danko. Shortens up the swing. Knows he has 2 strikes. Got to put the ball in play, and he just shoots it up in the middle. Hits it extremely hard. And that's a leadoff single to start things off. And there's a runner on, and now Josh Fleming's up.
Danko, another speedy guy on this team. So you'll know he'll get a huge leadoff. Josh Fleming up to bat.
If you're Clark, you have to be really careful. You do not want to give him a belt-high fastball or leave any of your off-speed pitches hanging. That's what he absolutely loves. And you've seen him hit multiple home runs off of pitches like those.
That one right at the head of Fleming, but he was able to avoid it.
22 warming up. Chambers warming up. 22 Chambers. That's his first. Chambers was warming up.
Here comes the 2-0. That one's high. Ground into a double play. That's got to be the #1 priority right now. So you got to keep the 0 outs for as long as possible.
Another problem with the baseball, it's the second ball Clark has asked to be taken out of his potential baseballs.
First pitch, fouled off the bat of Ryan Turner.
Brady Chambers up in the pen getting loose, just in case. You never know. Such a tight game. The tying run is up at the plate. The MSU commit getting loose.
Comes the 0-1. That one's outside. Yeah, definitely warming up Chambers pretty intensely. You got to imagine if you're the LT manager, maybe you just sense that something isn't right with Tristan Clark right now. Take the safe approach and warm up your lights-out relief pitcher. Great pitch there from Tristan Clark, however. Able to get Ryan Turner to swing out of his shoes. 1-2 now.
Really needs it out here. Going to have to, well as Rasmus multiple times in this game, and that's going to cost LT the chance of the double play.
Turner on the ground, shoots it into the outfield. 1 run scores, and it gets by the right fielder. Turner on his way to third. 2 runs have scored. Turner sliding into third. It's a triple, and 2 RBIs for Ryan Turner, keeping the Dukes alive. Bend but don't break. The York Dukes coming alive here when their backs are against the wall.
Number 7, Jack.
Turner hit that one on the ground to the right side. Initially, I thought it was going to be an RBI ground out, but it got past the second baseman, took an awful hop in right field, got past the right fielder, and Turner is at third with one of the strangest triples you're ever going to see.
Now the winning run coming to the plate, and that's Jack Braun. Swings and misses on the first pitch. But yeah, not only getting by Stukenberg, getting by Georgelos as well. Got to imagine he just rushed that one a little bit as he tried to beat out the runner coming home. But instead, it sneaks by him and allows Turner to get a triple. Not something you see.
Braun just looking to put the ball in play, infield in. Anything on the ground going to probably be thrown to home if they have a beat on it.
Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Braun is the winning run. Tying run stands on third.
Bronny took that pitch, looked like he was ready to head back to the dugout, but the umpire called it a ball. Now he's got a chance to do some damage.
Chops at that one, but it goes foul.
Braun just staying alive, doing an excellent job, has worked the count to full, fouled off a couple of good pitches from Clark that he didn't necessarily think he could put a good barrel on.
Foul tip, and they're going to say out. So Jack Braun is retired.
Batting next for the
Out
Dukes,
number 1.
Left fielder number 4, Matt Barton.
That's just so crushing. Bronny put a good swing on it, foul tipped it right back into.
Two balls, 1 strike. Things getting very tense here. Clark deals. Barton with a great eye, staying disciplined. Everyone here in the booth thought that was a strike, but credit to Barton for watching that one. A late breaking slider. Suddenly it's 3-1. 3-1. And a walk. He walked him. The winning run is aboard. He's searching for a walk-off here.
The third baseman, number 33, Ryan Lazowski.
The LT head coach, there's nothing you can really do about that. Those are 2 very close pitches that just resulted in a walk.
They're talking things over, but Clark hasn't given him the ball yet. So we'll see what what decision is made. Does he want to save Clark or secure a better chance at winning this one right now? They're going to keep Clark out there, having faith in their pitcher.
Likely to save Chambers. This only the first game of the series. This was supposed to be the second one, but the first one got canceled due to the bad weather yesterday.
Here's the pitch. Ryan Lazowski fouls it off. Chance for the sophomore to be a hero here. An extra base hit. Likely would be a walk-off.
Martin has great speed at first, like you highlighted earlier, Gavin, and Lazowski's got a great swing, so if he can find a barrel.
A bit of a double pickoff there. Pumps the throw at third to try and pick off Barton at first. Interesting move. I've yet to see that one at the high school. Love Barton. Barton recognizing steal opportunity.
Hitter number 5.
And now suddenly the Dukes are rolling. But remember, they are still trailing in this game. Back-to-back outs. And now suddenly it comes down to Eli Maurer. There's the pitch. First one is a strike. Tristan Clark rebounding well. Retired his last 2 batters. Like to make it a third.
Biggest at-bats of the year for Maurer. Base hit, likely scores 2 runs now. Wins the game.
And it gets away from him. Here he comes. Turner scores, and this game is tied at 8.
Man.
What a big-time play that was. Tristan Clark losing his composure a little bit, delivering a wild pitch. So the Dukes will not be losing in the 7th inning. How about that? Extending the game, getting everyone in the stands riled up back again. Here's the pitch to Clark. Maurer chops at it, but it's foul. Ball for you here at York Dukes Field. Jack Falls leading things off in the top of the 8th, facing Ryan Sloan. Ball 1 outside. Gets, Falls swinging. Now it's 1 and 2. See Sloan go to his go-to pitch here. That one just outside. Good game up before that. 1 for 3 now. And up comes Sam Vivian. Someone else is having a good game. 2 for 4 on the day. Swings at the first pitch and floats one out into left field. Barton doesn't have to chase it.
That's a great out for Sloan right there. Just a one-pitch, lazy fly ball. He gets Vineyard to try to chase at that outside fastball and just get, he's underneath it and it's just poked up in the left.
Now James Georgeless up to the plate. Quick inning so far. Georgeless rips this one into the gap between center and right. Thought about maybe trying for extra bases, but Chris Danko hunting that one down. So a 2-out single again off the first pitch.
23,
LT, we've seen this all day. That pitch had quite a bit of movement on it. And freezes up angles. Here comes the runner. Good throw by Rasmus, but Filosa can't make the play. Bouncing off the glove. Georgeless stealing a base. He comes into scoring position. We've seen good base running all day by the Lions. And goes, watches it go by. Backwards K for Ryan Sloan. He works quickly in the 8th. We'll see if the Dukes can walk it off. You're watching York Sports Network.
I think, Mulcrone. New pitcher, Mulcrone.
I wish I may, I wish I might find me hard to stick around.
The new pitcher for Lyons Township, number 39, Connor Mulcrone.
Connor Mulcrone coming into the game. He was one of the college commits that we highlighted on earlier.
For the Dukes.
He's a pitcher going to Loras College.
Bruise on Brian Filosa's leg.
Quick pick off. The first game in the series between these two teams, as yesterday's game got rained out. They'll play again at LT on Thursday. Jack Brosma swing and a miss. And it gets away from him. Pat Engels can't block it, and Filosa sliding into second. As we see a little bit of a geese fight in right field. Some drama ensuing. Just in front of the wall. So gonna let the game go on, however. Raz knocks this one against the back wall. 2-2.
Go two-strike approach.
For suddenly the Dukes to have runners on first and second. And already LT's manager talking it over with Connor Mulcroney. And his day is going to be done quickly after not recording a single out. So in comes number 9, Xavier Vargas, another college commit. Plate. Righty on righty. Manager Kevin Deedy exchanges one senior pitcher for another. Tristan Clark back to the bench, and Xavier Vargas trying to save things for the Lions here. Does not come into an ideal situation with 0 recorded outs and 2 base runners. First pitch to Danko is a strike. One and one.
Danko asked for time. The umpire would not grant it to him. And lucky for him, the pitcher throws a ball. Count evens out now.
Swing and a miss by Danko. Took a big swing at that one. See how Vargas can respond. Diving catch to save the game. If that got down, it surely would have scored the winning run.
Josh Fleming.
Wow, what a series of events there. So Danko recording the out, but still advancing one of the runners. Ragsdale still hurt in center field.
What a catch. Slow to get up. But what a catch by Ragsdale. I don't think I've seen a center fielder cover that much ground. Certainly seemed like Danko had extra bases and the game winner. Ragsdale will be okay to continue on the center after incredible catch. And now Josh Fleming steps in with 1 out, runners on the corners.
Oh, and it gets away from him. Filosa headed to the plate, and he's in. The Dukes win it. The Dukes win it on a walk-off wild pitch. How about that? They come back from 4 down, they come back from 3 down, and they win it in the extras, 9-8. No walk-off hit.
After that incredible catch in center field by Ragsdale, there was another wild pitch. We've seen a couple of those that have resulted in some runs. And ultimately, the last wild pitch results in the game winner. As Velosa trots in the score. The Dukes are victorious in their first game against LT.
A big one at that. With the win, the Dukes improved to 6-4 in conference, 10-9-1 overall, and LT falls to 12-4 in conference. So that gap for second place tightening up a little bit. Definitely not the most clean game by LT, and definitely not the best hitting day for the Dukes. But you know what? They strung together big hits when they needed it. They were really able to rally at multiple points in this game. And that was the difference maker, taking advantage of the opportunities given to them. They win this one 9-8, an absolute showdown. Both teams matching each other blow for blow. Connor, for the new viewers out there, what can you tell us about what did you see throughout the whole game that really caught your attention, led to the outcome?
And hit by pitches. And that was really a story for LT pitching. Struggling with command throughout the game, and if they had better command, I think the outcome would have been different because they hit pretty well, in all fairness, facing York's two best pitchers on the team, the two of the best pitchers in all of the West Suburban Conference.
Definitely. Just to add to that, you know, Ryan Sloan and Tommy Van Dam both pitching. I would expect them to both say that was not either their strongest games, but the Dukes getting contributions from other players. Big hits from everyone down the batting order. It was just an all-around team win. Super exciting for this team. A much-needed win as well.